This chick was in her youth, typically that which when you are young, everybody celebrates you for being beautiful, looking like a model. And then when she gets older, she's still successful. She is basically two birds with one stone, jack of all trades, master of all. She is beauty and brains, and people have a bone to pick with that. Like I said, she went on right ahead to have quite a successful career. In the beginning of her life, she was a model. She was heralded for her beauty, and then later heralded for her mind. In my dream, this woman, because she managed to maintain her career, she was out here lamenting and complaining that she was being treated like trash in my dream, right? She was complaining that her news network was trying to get rid of her or undercut her because she was now old. I guess she's my age. We both went to Wits in first year. Same, she's 1984. She's 42 this year. She's also 40. A real waking example, a real human being, okay? I'm not using an example this time around. It's a real person. She was in my dream. She's 40 now. And in my dream, her news network was trying to cut her because you are no longer as beautiful as you used to be. And you are getting older. And she was fighting them on some, hey, I've worked. I've built for myself a career. I've this and I've that. And she was out here feverishly just yelling at everybody, telling them, you don't get to tell me what to do. And I was just looking at this woman walking around on some, whoa, why are they doing this to her? Why are they doing this to her? Then the dream focuses its attention on me and says of me that unlike her, you don't get to be a chooser. You don't get to be complaining, whiny and mopey. That people don't want to respect you for your craft and what you can do. Because unlike her, you have not stayed in your career. Unlike her, you lost everything. So fine. You were beautiful when you were young. You were a model. You got everything that you wanted. Everybody was basically worshiping at your feet. And as you got older, you also just so happened to be so gifted that herein lies the deal. You now have a very successful career and are taken seriously as a professional. So when you complain that why are you trying to displace me? Why are you trying to displace me? You, Karabo, unlike her, can't complain because you don't have a job. So beggars can't be choosers. Essentially, this dream was highlighting an envy principle, concept, where it is that this cousin, that was represented very thickly in this dream of mine, was saying to herself, Watella, you don't get to have it all. You don't get to be beautiful as a kid. You don't get to be beautiful as a kid, be out here looking like a model, walk around with everybody out here worshiping you on campus, and then afterwards, still be a successful professional, and then afterwards tell us what to do. This chick was being harassed in her profession. Do you understand? As a news anchor, she was being harassed because she was now 40, and she was fighting for herself that, hey, I worked, so let's get on board because I'm getting older. She was now being abused by jealous freaks who could not stand the fact that she was both beautiful and smart. And now that age was catching up with her, they were literally mocking her and harassing her for her age. And she was like, first and foremost, I still look good, and secondly, I worked. And her fight was being listened to because she all this time was employed. And then the whole scene turns to me and says of me, unlike her, you don't get, Karabo, to fight because you lost your career. And so you must just take everything that we say take in your stride. As guys, boloine. First of all, the epidemic here is in harassing women because they're getting older, who all along you've been envying. And now that they are like excelling past the age of 40, you can just you feel as like black women are just having such a hard time. We're having such a hard time. You men are so unloving, and yet you insist upon respect. Because we're turning 40, because we're 45, and we are being, it's like they wait, like staking out our lives until we get to like 40 for them to basically hurt us, like the black woman's plight, the sorrow of the black woman. You don't love us when we're kids, but when we're kids, we still have the power, pretty privilege. We still have the power of beauty on our sides. So we can be feisty. But the moment we get older, and I spoke about this the other day, how it is that the or older. But I said that God got your back even though your tears don't matter when you get older. The black woman, especially the older black woman's plight, is a sad and sorrowful one, and we've got to just keep fighting and fighting all these jealous structures that are so defeatist against us, purely because black people feel entitled to putting black people in their place. So if a woman is both beautiful and smart, when she gets older, black people be out here saying, get over yourself, you're no longer 26. For real. That's exactly what was going on in my dream. Do you understand? One woman was having a feverish war Hlongwane, and I was looked at. Nkare ke itlhantsha. I was looked at. Nkare all this fight that I'm fighting for respect is more so than this chick. I ought not fight it. And I was made in my dream to be docile under structures that were bullying me. I was made to be docile under mean men, and especially this one mean woman, this cousin of mine, who was out here on some, you are arrogant. You think you're better than us? Yo, chick, I did not know that's how you were looking at me all this time. Frankly, I'm disappointed. But bottom line is, I'm not yours to control. And it is not to you that I have to account to and for anything that I am. I don't have to explain myself, not to you, not to anybody. And I also am not fighting this feverish war for my career, for the restoration of my person against you. You are irrelevant. But that's the thing about people that have been harboring you jealously all this time. Like 10 years later. And then you will find out, I didn't know. You feel entitled, for real, to desecrating me? After you pull the rug from underneath my career's feet, and now that I'm fighting for my own, you are telling me that you're not 20 anymore. Yeah, I'm not 20 anymore, but guess what? You aren't anymore normal. Yeah, I'm not 20 anymore, but guess what? You aren't anymore a human being. You're a zombie. So, I mean, what am I doing talking to it exactly? Uingi, usthotzela, unto, utoko, unkonkodi. Do you understand? Utsiriani. So I cannot taba. Well, you have bones to pick with the fact that I'm too old to be lamenting. Bottom line is, you are too dead for me to be listening to. It's that basic. So hamba, jealous freak. But don't expect me because all these years, that's all that you've ever been salivating after. The day when I would come and grovel at your freaking chubby feet. Like hamba. I didn't know nong tshwarega pelo jwalo cherito. Mara understand rona ha ke tlo ngenga. Ausi antsa bizang tshwarega pelo since we were 18. Only for me to find out when I'm 40 that you thoroughly imagine that I'm in a, like now find Karabo, you are gonna grovel at my feet. Can you hold that much hostility against each other? Can you monela another woman so much that you will hold on to something for 15 years, and just when they are going through a lot, you are like, oh Karabo, please, you are no longer a model for Garnier. Oh Karabo, you are no longer king or contestant for Face of Africa. Go Karabo, busy. A young upcoming pretty little thing. I had no idea that that's how I was out here being looked at. Like literally no freaking clue. And then you come at me like a bat out of hell 15 years later, 20 years later, and you tell me please, I don't understand all of this animosity, but then again, how Hashem, you will find the opportune moment nyoko edutsing mo arapelo wa hao hambani nonke zinjaya zen mina ngihlakanphile, and I'm going to get my own whether or not you like it. Ha ko nyadiswa monna o tlong ravazang ka di ritual ke monyetsi. Ha ko go bala pela monna nna o ntsa le busy a wave di magic wand ang tsaela mpa a ntsa busy ang clapper ka ditlhare a skis, all because apparently beggars can't be choosers. Like literally that was the whole premise in this dream. Pelagostos, beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, because apparently, allegedly, I get totally that chick. I did the same thing because I never maintained my career. I'm sorry. Hi, ban little zaya carpet and pull it from underneath my feet. How could I mobile little feet? 15 years later, little nakilenge. Kilole ngata cons. Menaga. Even nail clipara of your calloused cons. You are very naive. You are extremely naive. I am stronger than you. Do you understand? I'm stronger than you, Baloi. I am stronger than you. We understand that I am seriously envied, but you are also seriously condemned in a way that I'm not. So I will always have one up on you. If God be for us, who can be against us? I don't care that you feel as if you can't have it all. Bottom line is I have Christ and you don't. I don't care that you're sitting where you're sitting, having sabotaged the living daylights out of my prospects, saying of me, so that I can end up seboto at your ugly, like, bunions. I apologize. At your ugly feet. That's when the cons. Ki maswabi. Like proper, I am very sorry. I'm excruciatingly apologetic. Like it's not gonna happen. Anandaba that you feel as if though I am at your mercy, because it's clear that I'm not. Even though it's also clear that God has allowed me to stay unemployed. You think you're in a position to give me a job or an opportunity or open any door? I serve a God who opens a door that no one can close and vice versa. So if at all I am hitting brick walls concerning doors I'm trying to open, it's only because God has not opened them. You are not here, the sovereignty over me, okay? When I get the cons. You are not here. The thing that is above me. Okay, when I want bunions, when I want halitosis, when I can say, like, just leave me alone. It's okay. It's fine. It's on whatever you want to do, ne? And continue in your ageism. In a way that y'all just can't catch up. I am Elijah on Mount Carmel di Bari. I keep doing miracles whether or not you have any respect for them. And like Jezebel lo tlhokafala ebedincha di khora madi a lona in your like mo fatshe mo le tlhokafetseng teng mo le weleng of a building. You have been prophesied to basically end gabotlhoko. So hamban tswelang pele a sena taba le lona moya wa lona ke a o ka di heleng ke le zamme. I tried to get you redeemed. Mar, to think or you can keep on concocting ditlhare to make me ore ke lo shapa le roma le monna wa go tsheriana o ngponang ka re ke bushel ya di apple hape be ke tloncenga cherry ya di cons ke maswabi. It's never gonna happen. It's literally never ever gonna happen in these streets. Akoncenga anyone. And just the fact that you can do a spell that you think ya pere bogate encha because you think yours is different from the next man's and the next man's is naive. This chick knew that I had a spiritual gifting. Unatseba chirinyana ya go bola ya Satan ene tseba molwenyana ona wa Satan hore ke a lora gale motho antsa shebeletse content yaka nke sala ntlogela. Instead o decidile o fitla mo antsa fofa ka lefelo la gagwe a kena mo jarateng ya mme waka a tshela di santing a bua maka a rapela thapelo e sankwang ko mahodimong a tlo defecate mo jarateng mo lonong ya ko heso ha ka mo abang bula abang gura wankutla abang ravaza ka disrespect a isebedisa mme waka ang foster hore ke nke mosebetsi o sa o batleng ka re ke tla o nka ka mo abang ghostela taba hore ke buile ka ona mo interneteng jwanong o batla hore na ke lo moncenga ka di cons. Okay, o no tseba hore ke a lora girl ne. So now that one siwa ka di bonga le tswape metso boloi Satan something. You had it coming. And spice ke lemsene nonke. If this kills you, good riddance wankutla. Gale mo lifeng o tseba hore ke kotsi ke tuka mollo gale mo lifeng o tseba hore I'm an inferno. You've known and yet you went and risked with all your crazy, all that disrespect, all that insanity when naka cocaine ya hao ya Satan. You literally went and snuffed a line of heroin, of cocaine all up in my grill. Waba high, watawa, o tseba hore ke a lora. So jaka ga o ntshwa ka di tswape, jaka ga o ntshiwa ka di tswape, you had it coming wankutla. O ka se tlo loya motho on sitting the family members for all the bungas that they were out here in the streets flaunting with the skid marks and everything. Ha botlhoko hakana over all these years. O ka se tlo fitla mo pela e bathong like the guy in America as well. O ka se tlo fitla mo bophelong ba motho o lorang o tsebang go a lora o dulang la ka ntho e one ntlogeleng a korobela ntlogeleng ka forced me ntlogeleng ka bring back lost lover ke tlhoile baloi le boloi tswang mo nna man le tshiriana umuntu okhuluma kanjalo on social media and you've listened to copious volumes of their content bese uyomzama nyebhokate entsha yobuthakathi molotsana. You were begging ukhitshwa. You were begging. If I did not spare everybody else from exposure, why would I spare you? If ngibakhiphe bonke i-ex-boyfriend yami, khiphe bonke my former best friend cousin, former best friend as well. If ngibakhiphe bonke, what made you think ukuthi wena you could rock up unso tsheriano lawyer squatting, defecating on jarata ya mewak, thinking that utlo fitla mona acting like little messiah? How could mo botlong lawyer? What makes you think or wena never untshiwe? Ka bunga le tswape, ka fela nje fela sprawled all over the streets. Your dirty laundry, you saw it fit. Kholo yentshama motho ngono tseba or wa lora. Askisi shem, how special. Hai bana o tlong lawyer, o tlong ntshiwa. Hai bana o tlong direct message, ha o qeta mo bong lawyer o tlong ntshiwa. Ha ona ntsha, tswibinkinyana ke re le 180. Etswileng la em katweni, it coming out of nowhere. Engloilweng esangtshiwang. Bantshitswe ka dibonga, even the strangers. Ha gona a single person on direct messaging. Ha keta mo ba tlotsa khutlela morago ntshela ka ditlhare be ke sa montse. There's a chick like she DM'd me. Do you understand? Out here fellowshipping with me on some I love your content. Fellowship with her for a season. Rata na re vibe as women. Motho teng next thing tsiriano ntlwela hampe batho. Ki mo hansa kamoga I don't know where flying like a bat out of hell. Ang tshela ka ditlhare re na ke fela go wimpy. Ke be restaurant waitress, that's it. Ke ska tlo kram mereko bathong cherry ne re sa fellowshipping ke ha ke montsha on some met a woman and she decided to go and cast spells on me. Ase ke go nthoga ka ke mo ka di DM ko Facebook chat. Ha se ke ikuku Facebook chatter. We started talking on email. you understand? We moved over to Facebook chat. Aseke ho harasa kadi DM. Aseke ho harasa kadi DM cause ke montshitse di tswapele di bunga tsa gagwe. Azanga mo blocker. I just told myself for go ignore until I stop because at some point it will stop. I can energy. I don't have the time to be studying Facebook to find out what you must do, where you must go, what you must click on in order to block someone. Anginaskhathi mina for that rubbish. Ngivela ngamiyekele nje kutang DM. And after she DM'd herself at her leisure, that's when then I deleted everything that she wrote without responding. I only saw little portions of it where she was speaking about how it is that I claim that I am in God, small g God, that's who I worship, blah blah. Motho a teng o loile ha dantshiwa ha bankwa. Wang thoga ka o toroga ka modimo wa ka. I don't worship the one true God. Motho a teng had given me a donation. Do you understand? Nerele mnandere re fellowship, but she had helped my cause along. Mara just because you give me a 700 rand donation does not mean I have to go and take your witchcraft in my stride. I told her where to get off. Natala bantu ukuthi yazi in South Africa nyanyisa letletse ka nyoko mo strateng. Le boyre ya satan. You are out here causing sneezing gas in the country. Le tlotla mo maphelong a batho le ba thuse. Give them a hand of help, comfort them, pamper them on the shoulder. Ha o qeta mo botlo mo lawyer. Ha e bane jwanong o tlo ba that thing. La ntse mo file donation ya 700,000. Pumpe! O ka se tlo nthusa o qeta mo botlo lawyer after because you feel entitled to me, because you feeling that you are in a position to lord it over me with an iron fist. Ha e bane thuso ya gago e tla ka di terms and conditions ke tlo e lanza go go gwara go ntsha for boloi. It doesn't matter that you helped me along in a way that I needed. Bottom line is, afterwards I'll qeta go nthusa o botlo chapa ka ditlhare ke tlo go ntsha. The dude in America, because of chelete ya nang fa yona when we were together, I was able to service my vehicle. I'm not going to take that away. Mara okase, after you helped me along, obotlong lawyer cause you feeling ngati mina ngiyakolota nja for indaba yokuthi ngisizile. Hayi suka, ngiyithatha le mali yakho na ngoyibhodla manqeda lapho bese ngitshela indaba zakho. I will tell you where to get off. Ungifile yona donation ya teng ya $400. Ke tlo ibhodla. Go service koloi yaka. Di window wiper tsa ka di sebetsa fan di 1 la nkutlwa. Go change matire ka ofela ke sele petrol ke change oil. That's what I will do. Go itekela di grocer, go itekela di tampon, go itekela di toiletries, go discam, ke go Chinatown, ke ye wherever, go reka skipper, go reka dieta, go reka di panty. Ha qeta mo ka tšhelete ke bodileng, ebe ke go gwara. Because why under heaven do you think you can give me a $400 donation? Ha qeta mo obuti to, obotlo decide go turn around to stotsela to. That's what's good. Otlong lawyer ko go ntsha ka bonga letswape. It ka fela like a dirty laundry in your skipper. Imali enu does not make you abo God zinja. It does not deify you. It does not make you Messiah. Chalta lona halietse di khosi. It just makes you donors. But if as a donor you are gonna go and right ahead ulo klapa your beneficiary, sugar. If as a donor you're gonna go on right ahead and karapa ulongwapa the person that you have made a beneficiary of your donation, or she gets or he gets lo muntu wakhona to come out ayokhala. That's the problem nina abantu that join the occult. Kanguthi ningasebenzisa imali ukuyothulisa abantu. Kanguthi ningasebenzisa imali to make abantu not care about indaba yokuthi ubolile. Anginandaba, you can give me a job. Hangnandaba, you can give me mali ningabi. You can give me a $1,000 donation. I cannot daba. You can service my car. Give me a haul. Buy me diaparo. They costing 30,000 rand. Mara the moment I find out, tweba to uwa lawyer. How to tola refund ke donation? It doesn't work that way. Mara go gontsha ka ditswabele di bonga. You will be angry wa nkutwa. O tlo kwatela le taba rong fila donation. Mara nna mo lifeng, I was not the ungrateful one here. Azankare uskang fachelete or azankare because umfile chelete, or rather in spite of taba umfile chelete. Do you understand? Yeah, I'm gonna take whatever in my stride. I didn't say I came back to shelter how, and I didn't say it's not enough. I also did not say ho stinch. I never said anything of that nature. I was grateful genuinely. Everything ditswa. Mara ha ke ka ba grateful be ke lora botshereantsho ba go be ke to lora o ntse le busy mo rofong o ntse o pick up something yana mo go di matlhogaka gore nna ke tlo go worshipa angina ndaba ukuthi nginikezeni ever le penti le ngithengile ngemali yakho ngeqoka ize ibe worn out ibe nombobo, and then manqeda bese ngikhafulela ngoba uyangidelela. What I am grateful for is usizo. But do not expect ukuthi just because you gave me a hand of help, I'm going to spare you from exposure. Because that's how you are. You go and you grab the resources of this earth, the resources of umudimo, Do you understand? And you aid the cause along of bazalwane. Mara ha o qeta mo o bo tlo feel entitled to tlhompho ya bona cause o ba file chelete. Some of y'all ka di rituals tsa Satan, you think o rally file batho chelete ke some kind of satanic contract. Ehle o ka se tlo fa motho chelete o tlhopegile ngo sna next o sa gone ke re lo ithekela di tampon and expect them not to use that money cause o tshaba satanic ritual. Nako e sebedisa la nkutla ha qeta mo be ke bua ke jotsa everybody mo strateng gore toeba ke eo ena na go causing file $100 nna tshwantse jwanong ke lo mongenga ke lo ja di toast tsa gage ke lo embrace HIV ya gage e felletse motho go o investile $1,000 ka fela e felletse mo ditlhareng gore ke mo mogele ka ngolasa o patetse satanist nyana ya go Jamaica gore eng fe yena eng nketse mosadi wa hae ka nkane a ntsana le ngolasa. I rejected the spell. I did not capitulate. O boreile jwanong cause o sentse $1,000 a atle abut azang nna ka jotsa ka go lo spend $1,000 mo ditlhareng because you could not get to a Christian woman due to the fact that chelta ga go mo filang yona Christian lady ya teng. Yeah, chelta teng yo mo filang yona Christian lady ya teng, it did not pay off because at the end of the day o no le moloi. Yeah, I didn't use this guy. I didn't abuse him. I did not exploit him. I did not suck cash out of him and then leave him high and dry. I appreciated what he did for me, and then I found out he was a witch. He was rude towards me, trusting that his witchcraft is going to help him along. He cast spells on my family to treat me like trash, so I would be a nice little Cinderella. So, I mean, who cares that in total you gave me about $1,500? I don't care. My car is serviced, thank you. At least I asked Daga. I'll give you that much, but I don't owe you jack. The resources of this earth belong to God. Neither did I put terms and conditions and fine print on of me. That's the problem. It's the fact that I need to be helped along by people because carpets have been pulled from underneath my feet. And so these people feeling that mina bangangi control ngoba bangnikeza imali. Akinata batlisa R100 e wa ba nne batlang fa yona I need it. Go isebedisa ke botle mara wa kang lawyer go go lanza o ntsong file yona wa nkutlo ke jwalo. Nobody is spared from exposure yam. Angindingi kodwa maningisiza ningazo expecta ngoba you parted ways namadolanyana mashankora that I am going to take in my study ndabe kuthi umthakathi ngoba unikeza imali. Ain't nobody gonna stay or stick, hang, be there to chill in my life just cause they gave me a donation. Banze bang lawyer. I don't like witches. I kiba rati. Enough for me to bodla imali yabo and say you're not even getting it back. Anginandaba now. Akinandaba le bona. I don't care for you, witches. Mara shalta go on, put it in my account, but don't expect to go to afterwards. I am going to be Aja in these streets, so grateful that I won't expose your nonsense. Bottom line is you are a cancer in the country. It is malignant, it is metastasizing at a rapid speed, and everybody can't breathe because of you. And if people like me don't keep you met your bunga santing, Aja hanging your laundry in broad daylight, yeah, that's what's good. I saw ba right, Tina. As I want to say mzanti la song sislangene. Ana rona ro tlo hemaning, lenze li busy lenka moya from the chest rona. Yeah, you keep on taking all the oxygen in the room. When are we gonna breathe? Just cause when now you've got 500,000 to give a person. Just cause when now you've got $5 to give a person. Just cause when now you can give a donation to charity. You think Uguti people must not take your rubbish in their stride? Oh, I'll get them more to $200. Aski sikitlanga $200, but I won't keep the witchcraft. I'll take the money and I'll throw away the bathwater. That's what's good. You cannot control people with resources. With money. You cannot, for crying out loud. Chelete ngiki muntitse ka ditswapele di bonga. Ha qeta o montsha abang thogaga mo social media hamba galo le jwalo vele. Galo le jwalo. Dalang jalo vele vele. Galo le jwalo vele. Di truth colors tsa gage di tswile ka di bonga le di alles. Di tswile. Broad daylight o dintshitse bo jotlhe ba gage pelaka. Nna ga ke tlo keep that quiet ka situation eo. O tswile mos out of the closet nka go homosexual jaka ga o tintshitse ga kana o ska tlo ntwetsa ka R700 ya hawe ke bodlileng ke rekile ba bitsang hyaluronic acid ka yona ha e gutli osi mara hotel la hona go gontsha o ka se tlo ba mollo ya ka ta mo botlo insister ka R700 o ngfileng yona hore nna ke lo rekisa ke what do you call this thing ke lo ba waitress ko wimpy. That was a dream that I got. Ke le wimpy waitress. She tried to block me from ever getting any kind of feasible, viable looking career. I'm like, yo, osi doe. Ke tla potla hyaluronic acid elene, le di linseeds, le moringa, le di fenugreek seeds tsa go godisa meriri. Mara, nka se tlo leboga so much that ke tlo lebala tabaro o molloi. Lebalang. That's why you've kept me high and dry. Angis ke lemseno angis buy. Ha ke na trap. La ntse ke sena tšhelete. I've got enough to live a life in godliness. Ha ke tshware ke tlala every day akere. I've got a bed to sleep on bosiu akere. Ke na le electric blanket ha ebane ke a gatsela akere. Ke na le metsi ha ke tshware ke lenyora akere. Ke na le koloi if I wanna drive out of Jakarta and come back akere. Ke na le ko heso akere. So ke eng e kana o feel ngare nna tshwantse ke lo tsaya anything you have to offer me cause ona le an additional donation. Keep that shelter gago. But if you insist on putting it in my account, ke na le PayPal ko tlase, ke na le Standard Bank banking details. Ke sa tšhelete ya buti ke tla enka akere, mara I don't gotta thank you for your witchcraft. Angindingi zombies ndindini. Nonke manhlangene nisangene. La hlanga le tsubile mateko na satane ana le Jess Flood le manala. Le ka setlolo ya South Africa ka ofela ga botlhoko ga kana and anticipate rona tshwantse le thanka just cause you got money to give, just cause you can pay our way, just cause you can pay our fees, just cause you can pay for our bond, just cause you can pay for our rent, just cause you can pay for dikoloi tsa rona mataere o re wa chinche wena no ro ka tela nje fela ntse re tshela ka ditlhare la hlang ka ofela le kopane. So you deserve having umzalwana nthathe imali yenu maketela lapho umuntu akhona bhodla and expose le cherile ifika la jardini offering me all different kinds of things. Let's go to a conference for women this particular Sunday. Ke tla go patala. I'm like, yeah, I'll be grateful for that. Okay, tamo bong lawyer ehle when are the cons ha ke tlo go ngenga girls in us if at all I can expose abantu abanikeza ama donations angaka to a point of even fixing imoto yam. There was out ile sithotsela iblomile ile packed mo jarateng isa anywhere. If I can expose them wena o mango something next tobanyana e yo ko America no ga ngaka ka tšhelete antsang sendela di dollar azanka di khutlisa ke ta di khutlisa zanga. I needed money mara ona feelang kare because o investile di dollar nyana tsa gage nna jona ntshwantse ke mo accommodate ke tla mo etsang monna o tshereaneng o loyang ke tlo mo etsang o nang le ngolaza o ngtumpang ka voodoo spells o ngchesetsang dikerese every so often. Ha qeta go tshesa dikerese tsa teng a ba change mind ya gage o batla gore ke phele jwanong a ba ngtumpa ka korobela on and off. Let her live, let her die. Kesitse sefatlego gore ke tsofale overnight. Ha ke sa tsofale a ba re ke go rata mara batho ha ke sa digene a ba sendela $100 engwe $100 engwe o itse keng obuti angina ndaba nawe. If I can expose umuntu that has, like I said, serviced imoto yam yonke iphelele hayi bani nna I can expose people that have helped me along that much. What makes you think wena ofihleng malobanyana mo that hasn't even given me anything? The one offer you offered me, you rescinded it. What makes you think oro go ngenga just for the prospect of tomorrow? Lena no re le ka sebedisa tšhelete and resources against people. That's just the problem. That's the nkenga right there. Angispice ke lemseno. Mani nginikeza imali. Ke bona modimo fela mo. A ke bone lona. Ke bona vessel of dishonor, however, being used to work out for my good. Ke bona roll on le deodorant le tampon. Ke bona moringa fel. Ha ke bona tšhelete eo. A ke bone moloi ona nang gore na kang manipulate ka tšhelete. So bubitha ba lona cause leng file tšhelete. Hambani yo boda ngnanda. O ka se tlong lawyer and expect me to keep respecting you lankutlo le balang. Who basic. So lena banna ba tshwereng mashankoranyana I 2 I 3. The moment you go awry on me lontshiwa ka ditswape lontshiwa ka dibonga dio exposwa in broad daylight gona le di skid marks and alles lontshiwa. So cherry a ke tsebo gore ne expectileng e tlong lawyer ha botlhoko ha kana e tsebo gore na ke a lora ha qeta mo a banana gore na bonga ya gage a koi anega tse ka dibonga tsa ba bang bonga ya ole wa 700 rand ke anegile dibonga tsa OTO wa ko America ke anegile dibonga tsa batho bana nneng gore ba ka nthusa ka ditšhelete le ko vets bathong there was some dude on thusitseng as well. My dad's friend gave me some like money wadnyana ya tšhelete when he discovered my situation was struggling. Mara khwatswa bonga ka intsha motho ka tranka ka ofela e ditshila nna ke tla etsang. I'm not gonna hang out with it because you gave me a wad of cash obuti etle kolentsha. Now that we have put that out there, nkela mina ninyekeleni ne mara jaka highly to gore le tlonnentse leng rava za ke be ke tlhokafale like I said, staying power nna ke strong. I'm strong. Ke strong le phala ka ofela ke casta simenya ke matha ke shia na wankutla. I'm a bungee jumper. That's what I am. I go down a steep building mara ke tlhokafale. That's who I be. Mara lena you are fluffy lankutla ha le tsebe jeso diketso tsa lona they are like stubble. They will be burnt ka mollo and le bizentse le thuntswa le kopantshwa ditlhogo ga le kopane ke mzalwane we one ha lena maitseo shame. You are shameless. ha le swabe lo swaba a ke tse why le sa swabe tshwantse le swabe. You know why? Because ki wande bangata bonang gore letse ka bullying ga kakang ha le bone gore this is evidence of the fact that the kingdom of heaven suffers violence and the violent must take it by force. Le batla o bula ka tšhelete ke maswabi ha e bane modimo batla ke bele tšhelete o tlang phayona, whether or not it is through donation or me getting my own. Bottom line is anginsabi nonke in the season of ukuba dry kisna nekese kina lijo at least kina liskipa sa go apara ke kilo khurumetsa mmele wa mina isa o naked at least kina le mpeto le manyena a di loopies at least a di hoopy kina le meriri e golang le ska tlong bora please kina le skin le tlalo le clearang kopa le ska tlong bora kina le internet kina le legai ke kopa le tswe mo minaisa la bora. But if you don't want to stop angingeng, bottom line is this is a trial by ordeal. Oh Pelagostos, somebody gonna die. If it's me, by all means, but I go to heaven. But if it's you, whoops, because like I said, I might be poor, but you're still condemned. That is the bottom line. Akina chelete, hauna poloso. Akina lerato, hauna jeso. Akina batho, hauna eternal life. Beat that. Like proper, seriously. All the best. You've put me at the precipice, guys, and nizongi lanelemva. Kaphlunga njena lenze lengwajisa sebaka se sekakang. He, nze lengpatlakankan. Karabo na kitla go rata. Nobody wanna see us together, but you don't me rando. Cause I shut up. Romanticizing folly, evil. Trying to make me Cinderella. Na ki pulisitswe hle. Modimo saved me dijara long ago. 13 years ago, he was like, born again, my daughter. I was like, I'll take it. And now you out here trying to save me? Sorry. I'm saved already. Don't know why you think you're here in a position to rescue me. And really, frankly, I don't need more puluso. And if anybody works up Lanangamati NC's terms and conditions and fine print, thinking or another long chaisi saka koloi mostrateng or kilo tlhokafala cause ke a bora ntho tse ke di buang on the rooftop ke a bora. They would not bore you if you weren't so satanic. That's the thing. The stuff I speak is inspirational to sober men and women. That's the issue. Halebo no regreshapo I am an inspiration. Ko di plekeng tse right. Mara nna ga konna inspiration ko city under the sea. Ga konna inspiration nna pela sefate se tletseng ka satane that you're chanting under ka sandawana ya gago. Ga konna inspiration when you're squatting over a fire trying to kill a person. Ga konna inspiration ha o tletse ka satana ke. Mara ke inspirational. Ha eba no ngwana morena Jesu ke lenyolo nyana. Mara lona lengpona as a snare. So of course you're trying to kill me. Atle. Ke tloba right. Mo lifing. I don't know why you think this is a going concern. I get tlhaloganya. It's on. Lankutla. Ntwa e tukang mollo e kotsi. It's on. Lankutla. Re tlo gura as in Van Damme le Tompo. Ka mo hararing. La ntso playa dirty o ntso tsenya santa mo matlhong a minaisa. Roba mo ke robeileng teng. Like my ankle is already broken and you breaking it further. And then you keep on playing dirty against the rules cause o Tompo ke tlo wina ke Van Damme. It gets a rambo. Lankutla. Even though you play dirty and you don't honor the rules, I'm going to win cause I'm stronger than you, Tompo. Get blood spot to ena ke tlo win. I'm gonna win. Ke tlo wina Lankutla. Ke staring already. Mara you are in denial. Le bangata le ba here. Go winner. Because if God be for us, who can be against us? Ntateleng morago as much as you want. Ka di flying kicks a lona mara le nna ke tlo winna. Ke kung fu Lankutla. Ke Bruce Lee, ke Schwarzenegger, ke Rambo, ke Jackie Chan. Call it whatever. Ke die one. Ke tlo win. Ke steering. Ke divile. Ke jimile in the spirit. Le weak mara le kentse strong. Le bangata mara ko le rava. Le kopane kaofela. Ko le tlhakantsa ka ditlhogo lo tlhokafala ke tlo win. Yeah, so ke kgathetse ke fra ke na re mara mmele wa ka o betere. My body's not as weak anymore. I was yesterday though, cause you know how to make a person feel as if though they're walking around with buckets of water on their toes. La tseba le imela batho la bolaya guys. A ke na taba le lona mara tsa mo tlhokafala hamba nyo jump a crunch. We've been waiting. Hore lo ti bodies just go die. Angisena ndaba nani yazi anginandaba. Akinataba le lona, akinataba. Kaze nizodakiswa abantu kabuhlungu njena cause lona lenwele. Ke lona lenwele mina mengitsaki webo, that's you. Shem no ke maswabi. You don't get nje to carry on la emgaqweni intse le lematsa batho ba botloko hakana and not have your comeuppance. Le bangata, we get it. I'm in danger. We get it, mara you are worse off than me. Ha ke tlo nyadiswa nna. Autia go tshiriana. And now my thing is, jaka gale fosta botlhoko hakana ha le bono re le demon possessed. Anyway, whatever. Nna ke after I'm done. I'm like a proper. Ke feditse le here. Nzali busy crossing your fingers. Yeah, she mustn't come out. Chanting and grunting. Jo, there's a dossier engaga. Es dudla. Ele emetse to condemn you. So tswelang pele di tsuwibinki as much as you want. Ntse le ntshitse bojotlhe ba lona mo strateng e mbambo zelo ne ibejeje. Ambane with all of your nakedness ni sizame thina bazalwane le di hostels tsa lona. Ntse le busy le etimula mo nyavuma. Satane nyana wa go le choka ka dimpepho. Tsamayang. You are menacing. And you are psychopathic and malevolent. And on top of that, you're unlovable. And so because you're unlovable, I'm eventually going to win. You know why? Because I'm right. And I am honest. And I stand for the cause of those that are your victims. Bonke laba fights ngama pregnancies. Ngoba nanibhokile mandodandini with your human sacrifice rituals. They will eventually stand with me. Ngoba I am speaking out against that rubbish. Bonke laba fights that wake up emichatweni. To amadoda ayenza ama ritual that change on them overnight after they get married. Because lamadoda lawana, they cannot stay. They cannot stay good, wholesome, kind, like they were before. Because who in the world stays wholesome and kind? Who stays a good man, loving to his wife, when he is involved in all these satanic rituals? I am standing for bonke labotigin that are waking up in marriages to discover ukuthi amadoda abo ngama ritualists. I would have woken up in a marriage to a man that is a ritualist. That is a satanic warrior. Do you understand? Ona tlo mpolaela bana. No. Ke tla be ke thola nna mo lifeng. Ke le ko msebetsing. Ke tlo pick up ke maponisa because ngwana ka o totile ko sekolong during swimming practice. Thinking or it's an accident that my 12-year-old passed away. Kanti ke ntatwa teng. O fitsing kare that's what was necessary to save his business. Ke maswabi. I was gonna get married to die rubbish. Do you understand? Because at the end of our relationship towards it, he was getting more and more deep into Lama ritual. I like Papa. I stand for that which a lot of South Africans are trying to overcome. And even though you have made people walk away from me, gravitate towards Rabbi Yosh, ignore me, swipe left, swipe right because they think they're on Tinder, even though you've made people underestimate my content perception, making them believe that there's nothing worth a while to listen to, it's all good in the hood because bottom line is, the woman who has lost 4 pregnancies because of her deadbeat husband, I'm her best friend at this present juncture. I am her best friend. I will be ignored until such time that it becomes inappropriate to ignore me. Lega thudisa batho as much as you want, marantole leng yona, balwetowe, the Satanists, ke maswabi, la singer, you are everything that's wrong with South Africa. La bermaleri, the way that you are so incontinent. And yet you think that you can run corporate South Africa. You think that you can be our presidents. You think you can be our municipal councillors. You think that you can run the country. You can't go to the bathroom by yourself because you are always defecating in your pants on the spot. The way you are so incontinent, you are petulant. Koto, you are running South Africa. You're the CEO of a company. Nobody's safe under you. And ultimately, all your psycho fans are going to say, I can't do this anymore. I can't. You're unreliable. And seeing as there's no honor among thieves, you're going to be alone. That even other occult practitioners are not going to want anything to do with you. Le loyalty subordinates as bosses. Le loyalty boss as subordinates. Le loyalty colleagues as colleagues. Le loyalty bomme as bana. Le loyalty bana as bomme. Le loyalty cousin as the cousin. Le loyalty sko. Ni di mother-in-law batho ngana ntole sa dumping. Yin labo. Ni tume ngokuhlangana. Ngokusangana so la emgaqweni. Le tlhabetso. Everything just fela la raba la tumpa la kera. Mo le ka tlhabang teng la tlhaba. Ehle. Unsustainable. Kopela le motho brand spanking new ha mo tsebe from above so go clubhouse mo dulang teng go complexing within 2 days so mo loile because you feeling ngathi indlu yakhe indlula eyakho inhle ukundlula yakho so mthakathile nze lipizile nze lifufa mo strateng le nze litumpa everybody rituals ezingaka for me to turn back to ke maswabi. People want freedom from the rubbish you are, and I stand for all things awesome. I stand for all things worthwhile and wholesome. So even though they might ignore me for all of 5 seconds, bazobuya, batlogutla, because a prodigal always comes back home. People always come back to an environment that was ride or die to them, even when they were giving it shade at some point. Abantu bayabuyela emva kuthando ever, and I'm walking in love. My God is love. In love, I continue to upload content even though akunamuntu ongibukelayo. I do this because I'm trying to snatch souls out from the flames of hell. I am ride or die to a people bang pasi shade ever, And that loyalty is what's gonna win me favor in the end. While all of y'all random miscreants, buffoons, loyalties to Satan steals, kills, and destroys, you're gonna be walked away from. You are gonna be gravitated away from. I cannot don't nobody care. Ang nandaba. Yang diheleng li dikgethile akere. Tsamayang. Mara ke le ka tlhaloganya hore in your endeavors and your feats ukungibulala in the run up to. Ho tlhokafala lona. And I like I said, I might be suffering and I might be poor, but guess what? You don't have life. I will still always conquer you no matter how this ends. Mara herein lies the deal. Ke mo rapedi, ke mo thapedi. Libitso laka ke mathapelo, libitso laka ke rapis. And so because ke tletse ka thapelo, modimo o mpha engwe le engwe ntho e ke batlang, including recovery even from the miscreants, the many of you that there are, the horde, the circus, the colony of ants that you are, the pride of beasts that you are, the swarm of locusts that you are, the room, taking up all the oxygen therein, honeys. I am going to defy you. Why? Because if God be for us, who can be against us? And you are lost. I'm born again and you're hellbound. I'm in heaven and you're already burning. I am saved and you're condemned already. I do apologize. That means I will always win above you. I belong to heaven. Those who are with me are more numerous than those who are with you. And so, and thinking, I just feel as if it's only a matter of time before you catch up to the casket. But right now, you're giving cadaver, RIP, mortuary, you're giving cold bed and crematorium. You are already dead. That's all I gotta say. I'm signing out in Christ's name, Cran K. Peace.